Brought to you by Penguin.
Infectious Generosity, written and read by Chris Anderson.
To those who give, and to those who will. Introduction. You wouldn't think that a cluster of atoms weighing less than 1/1,000,000,000th of a gram could amount to much. Yet, one such cluster, following a tiny tweak to its shape, entered a human body in late 2019, sparking a chain of events that killed more than 7 million people and shut down the world economy. Among the many lessons of COVID-19, one of the most profound is this: you don't need to be big to be powerful. You just need to be infectious. Any pattern that can replicate itself can have unlimited impact. Coronaviruses do it by avoiding human immune systems, creating billions of copies of themselves, and then triggering us to cough or sneeze those copies into other people's air supply. But many other types of infection are possible. I want to persuade you that one such possible contagion could actually transform the world for the better. Its name? Generosity. If we figured out how to make generosity truly infectious, it could turn the tide on the growing divisiveness of our world and usher in a new era of hope. Generosity? Really? It's an odd word, to be sure. A little old-fashioned, perhaps. It seems, on first blush, too soft a force to be deployed against the challenges we're facing. You, as an individual, may be as generous as you like, but how can your well-intentioned individual gestures and sacrifices amount to anything? But that's the whole point. They can. Any generous act can have extraordinary impact if it can make the leap from isolated to infectious. With a few little tweaks to their shape, acts of generosity can become explosively powerful. This book is devoted to showing you how. Generosity's infectious potential draws from two key drivers: human nature and the connectedness of the modern era. In the chapters that follow, I'll describe how overlooked traits that lie deep inside every human can combine to create chain reactions of generous behaviour, and how those ripple effects can be turbocharged by the internet for world-changing impact. The internet is, of course, famous for enabling contagions of all kinds, from social media memes to viral marketing. As with a virus, humans are the vector for the internet's infectiousness. Instead of replicating in noses and lungs, words and images ignite in our brains, provoking our fingers to press like or share. Alas, many of the contagions that spread online are not healthy. Fueled by ad-driven business models that seek to glue people to their screens, social media platforms have turned the web into an outrage-generating machine. Instead of seeing the best in one another, we're often seeing the worst, and it's driving us apart. I'll be tackling this problem head-on. Along with many others, I used to dream of the internet as a force for bringing people together, and I'm not willing to let that dream go. I believe that there's a pathway to reclaiming a healthier internet, with infectious generosity playing a starring role. In fact, this book is anchored by two complementary themes. The internet can turbocharge generosity, and generosity can transform the internet. Each theme feeds the other. If we see the internet as a scary, inhuman mass of strangers ready to judge and exploit us, it will be hard for us to trust it with our good intentions. But without people making efforts to connect with others online in a generous spirit, the internet can't deliver its potential as a force for good. It's tempting to dismiss the internet today as a downward spiral of toxicity. What's desperately needed is for us to start an upward cycle in which the growing visibility of a more generous version of humanity inspires people to play their part in contributing to the common good.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?